Hey everybody, Mike B back here with my old ways of doing gear review videos. If you haven't seen my older videos, they're pretty simple like this. I'm just going to talk about what I think. This particular item is something that if you shop at my online store, you saw these were available for pre-order in September, like late August to September. They're the German Baltes jungle boots. Baltes is the company that produced them, and they were made for the Bundeswehr for tropical or arid environments and stuff like that. Before they went to the modern like 2007 tropical version, which is all black. Now these are obviously aesthetically designed off of the U.S. jungle boot, the Vietnam era one with the green or olive drab canvas, with in this case nylon top, and then black leather mildew resistant bottom. And I'm going to show you kind of the difference between them. Well, not really the difference. I'm not going to compare them. I'm just going to show you, if you know the U.S. jungle boots, how these are a little different. And this pair is the one I bought for myself, and I've been wearing these for the past couple weeks since I got them. And I've sent out the first few batches of pre-orders, and it was weird because my feet are really wide, and these actually were supposed to be a lot more narrow than average boots, and these fit just a tiny bit snug, but they're leather, like they're thick leather, so once you break them in, they're fine. And I was really impressed by that, and I was kind of like, okay, well, I wonder what other people think about it. And so then it was funny because as soon as I started thinking that, I got a bunch of other emails like, oh my God, these boots are awesome. They fit perfect. They're super comfortable. They're real boots. The leather's great. I love them. They're built really tough. And so I decided to do a gear review video. Now, that's what customers think. Now, what I think is along the same exact lines. So you can see, obviously, these have a speed lace system, which is one of my gripes about jungle boots, U.S. jungle boots, is it takes forever to actually lace them, especially if the laces are wet. And this one, if you don't use that hook that keeps it in place down there, which a lot of European boots have on them, I never use it. I just have a big X right here, and they work just fine. And even without wax laces, these are not wax laces, this speed lace system works really well. I mean, it's just pop, you throw them on, they're on your feet. So then you've got this heavy duty nylon, and I think it's a nylon. It's just the kind of traditional different color. But this is all nylon versus canvas, so it probably wouldn't breathe as well, but it's going to be a lot stronger, and it's not going to deteriorate and start rotting like canvas does after a while, even if it is treated. So that was pretty cool to see that. And again, they look like U.S. jungle boots, which I love that look of. Now, we'll get to the leather. The leather is really thick. I mean, this is some pretty robust stuff. Again, this is before the Bundeswehr started outsourcing their military equipment, and this stuff was made in Germany. So I found that to be a really good thing because German manufactured goods have been known for quality for years, and these are no exception. You got the traditional vents like the U.S. ones have, and I just think this is like basically an improved U.S. jungle boot. And then you even got a little tab to help pull it on if your feet are wet and stuff, which is really cool. So yeah, it's basically an improved U.S. jungle boot. Now we'll go for the soles, which are direct molded soles, it looks like. And yeah, you got Baltes right there, the company, which is actually a pretty sweet logo. This is a size 48, which is about a 14 or a 13 and a half wide. There's somewhere around there, maybe, I don't know. Maybe could be like a 15 narrow or something like that. Anyway, it's kind of a weird sizing system. I rolled the dice, and it seems that everybody's pretty happy so far. So you've got the anti-static and oil resistant, right? Yeah, oil and petrol or gas resistant. Soles, the size right there. And just look at that tread. The tread is really cool. Now, one thing is I've had little rocks and stuff get stuck in here walking around the yard, but they're actually very comfortable. It's in between a soft and a hard rubber, which I'm a more fan of a soft rubber sole, but as we know, those don't last as long, and the hard rubber soles last longer. They just, they suck to wear for longer periods of time. This seems like the perfect in-between material, and I'm really a fan of these so far. I cannot wait for next summer. I mean, I'm going to wear these this winter, but again, they're going to probably be a little bit cooler with the material on the side. But the leather itself is really strong. So you can see I've been wearing these for a couple weeks, and they're just starting to get the creases. So unfortunately, the one thing, if you're not used to like actual boots, these are actual boots, so you're going to have to break them in. They're not going to be 150% comfortable right out of the box. I mean, these are pretty damn close. These are about 90% comfortable, which is typical for German footwear. But again, this is made in Germany, so it's actually not going to fall apart like some of the modern stuff might. Depends on the batch and all that stuff. They outsource a lot of their things, even though they're comfortable and whatnot. The German quality just isn't there. Anyway, so these things, I think the history of them, they were kind of designed and developed in the early 1990s, and they were used and kind of put in storage for a while. And then I think they might have just sold them off recently for whatever reason, and that's why we're getting these now. Now, these are really hard to find in the United States, like extremely hard to find. And that's why I opened them up right away, because usually I don't stock boots because they do take up a lot of space, because I have to get like, 150, 200 pairs of them, and I don't have like all the room in the world. And you got to have them organized by size. So I generally just do a pre-order basis, so I don't have to store them, but people can still get footwear. These, I'd say, out of a 10 being the most highly recommended and 1 being not recommended at all, I'd say if you like military footwear or just good footwear in general that doesn't cost $500, this is a solid 9. I'm going to go with that number. That's very confident. They're super comfortable. Again, you don't really find real leather boots like this that are really comfortable out of the box. Usually you get hot spots, you get blisters. So far I haven't had any of those. I just got wider feet, so these I believe are I can't see the width, but these are, I think they're like a normal width, and so that's to be expected, but they will break in, because that's what leather does. That's the great thing about having actual leather and not pleather or some cheap, Chinese or Indian made like buffalo hide leather boot that's super thin and falls apart, is the fact that once you do break them in, they're completely molded to your foot, so they're basically a custom fit, and B, they're extremely comfortable, and you can hardly tell. You see, with good boots, you can't tell that you're wearing boots. You can tell that you're wearing something on your feet, but it feels like you're wearing like tennis shoes or sneakers or whatever you call them in your country if you're watching this. And that's the quality of a good boot. Now these, besides being a little bit tight on me width-wise, I can tell they're already going to feel like that. That's why I've been wearing them around, breaking them in. The best way to break boots in, honestly, it's just too damn cold up here right now, is to just throw them on, tie them up tight, wear them in water, get your feet soaking wet, walk around for a couple miles. All right, you're going to be really uncomfortable doing that. Walk around for a couple miles until they start drying off, and then take them off. And the next time you put them on, they'll be a little bit crusty and stiff, and then they'll be broken in relatively good. That's how I break in boots, and it usually works. I don't know how it would work with these, but I'm sure because it's real leather, although it's treated for the mold and mildew resistant stuff, it's got the oil finish on it, it would probably do the same thing, because moisture is moisture, and it'll get in through the little vents. The water will get in through there, so it'll be able to hit the back and penetrate the leather, the suede part of it, which is what you want to break these in. And then it gets soft and it molds to your foot, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, sorry I got a little long-winded there and kind of off topic, but not really, because if you do buy a pair of these, they're freaking sweet. I really like these. I thought these were going to be sold out of my supplier's stock in like a week, but apparently they must have like the entire remaining stock of these in the world, because they haven't sold out yet. I don't understand why. These are super popular in Europe. A lot of Europeans, and then I ended the sentence and I was going to say European people love wearing these, not only because they are made well, but because they look cool. I mean, it's a sweet looking boot, they're very unique. Again, the US came out with this kind of design, and I guess the Germans thought it was pretty cool, and they came out with their own little version. So anyway, I'll stop rambling here. I'll kind of just, get to the point. Yeah, I'd recommend these 9 out of 10. And if you're not used to wearing real leather boots, and you're used to like the modern suede stuff that's really thin and, breaks in quite a bit faster, you're going to be in for a surprise, but it's a good first introduction to a first like real leather boot where you actually have to wear them and break them in for a couple weeks of everyday tough wear. But if you're used to boots, these are like heaven. These are like tennis shoes basically, or like really good like Oakley boots, but they're actually going to last longer. So anyway, I'd totally recommend it. I'm definitely going to keep wearing this pair. This is my new set of work boots, which is why I'm going to sell a bunch of other pairs. I have too many damn boots, but these are some of the best surplus out of the box boots I've ever worn in my life, for jungle boot style. The grip is pretty good too. I haven't slipped on anything. That's about all I've got to say. I love the speed laces. I'll probably get some wax laces, but that's just because I'm me and I'm used to the American ones, but whatever. So anyway, these, if you're watching this later on, don't worry about the pre-order thing, but keep up with the newsletter, subscribe at mikesmilitaria.com. But if you're watching this right now and you either want another pair, or now you were on the fence and now you want to do it, let me know in the comments, because I'm thinking about opening these up for pre-order again shortly. They're probably going to sell out soon, which is why I'm kind of like, yeah, maybe I want to offer them one more time because I want people to actually get a good pair of boots. So let me know in the comments if you would actually be down for buying a pair of these. I think I'm charging 99 bucks for these plus shipping, which is a freaking steal for really good brand new unissued military boots that are going to actually last a long time. So if you're watching this at a later date and the link doesn't, or not, sorry, the link, but, and you don't see them on the site or whatever, and it's long past, I apologize for that, but right now that's kind of what I'm wondering. So yeah, these boots, fantastic, love them, and cannot say enough about them. I'm pretty excited to be wearing them for the next duration, and maybe I'll make a video in 10 years when they decide to start falling apart. So all right, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you liked that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. Peace.